My. So blessed to come before you. I'm excited. I'm Dr. Lawrence D. Smith, the host of You Need to Know. In the middle of that, two, is the numerical two. You need to know. The reason why we want to present this format to you, because we want to focus on things that you need to know, whether it's in regards to just daily living or family situation or just life issues in general. You can be a part of the show by calling in. The calling number for the show is, which we call our chat line, is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last four digits of your cell. Ask for your location, then you have a chance to chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we talk about the issues in our community, as we talk about issues in our life. We're going to talk about the family and the issues that's in our family that works and focus on relationship. Also, if you want to check us out on the web link, you have an opportunity to go to www.blogtalkradio.com/WBSW Internet Talk Radio. Again, if you want to call in, you have the number. And when you call in, press 1, and I'll make sure I get you recognized by calling out the last four digits of your cell. Ask for your location, and you can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we talk about our topic of the day. Our title of the day is Relationship Chivalry Dead in Modern Society. The other day we talked about this, just talking generally about relationship chivalry. Not only whether we focus on was it dead, modern time, traditional, but today we're going to focus on today, modern society. Also, you have an opportunity to go to our website, which is WBSW Radio, the internet station 23.wic.com, as well as we'll broadcast live on 5 different devices. And that is Facebook.com, Big O Live, TikTok Live, and the handle for that is at Dr. L. Diaberto Smith. On Instagram, we're partnering with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and the handle for those brothers down in Greenville is Z Squad Greenville 1981. And on YouTube, you have an opportunity to connect with us, subscribe. It's the Smithway Enterprises. We look forward for you checking it out. Go to our live chat, and you can share your thoughts as well through YouTube. Again, that's the Smithway Enterprises. We also want you to know that WBSW Radio, the number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 6 continents. And what's so important about what I'm sharing this brand with you is that we have interactive formats that you can be a part of it. You can call in, use the site that you're on, type in the comment section, or just type in under your name. If you have a question or just whatever comment. We ask you also to purchase a flower, purchase a star, purchase a like, subscribe to YouTube television, purchase confetti. These are the things you have a chance. Just check and see the monetization on it, and you can purchase and support us. We really appreciate you doing that. We want to share with you also that we offer what we call a raffle, in essence, a giveaway. It is called WVSW Radio Giveaway. We ask you to register by sending your name along with 5 means of transaction. That's why is a transaction. What are the things you're raffling off? First of all, we're raffling off hotel stays where we purchase per night. We'll pay for a 3-night, 4 days, 5-night, 6 days, internationally or domestic. We take care of the hotel stay. All you have to do is be able to activate, pay the taxes on it, the amenities you need, get your travel, your food, all that is in your head, but we'll take care of the hotel stay. We also give away gift cards, gas vouchers, food vouchers, movie passes, car wash vouchers, along with book bags that we give. We'll be doing it at the beginning of the the second semester for most school systems. We'll be raffling off 5 book bags full of supplies to start that semester off and start what we call the new year, which will be 2025. We also ask you to send your name along with a means of transaction because we give away what we call love offerings. Varies from $5 to $100. Can I just ask you, do not just send me a DM, send me something saying that, can you send me $100? Can you send pictures of individuals, and pictures of refrigerators and what's in it and everything. I just ask you to send your name along with a means of transaction, and we put it in the raffle, part of the raffle, but we also give love offerings. Do not try to get around what we're requesting because we really want you to be a part of it. We want to give back. It's not costing you anything but making sure you register with WBSW Radio. And those means of transactions, Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. That'll be WBSW Radio, the internet station 23 at gmail.com or Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Also, we ask you to sow a seed of $1 with WBSW Radio station by using Cash App, and that's $ Lorenza D. Smith, PayPal, which is Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com, a Bitcoin. You can send it through Bit, and that's Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. We want to thank you. Give a shout out to Agent Zach 100 joining us. Thank you for being on the network. We have many others that we try to make sure we give a shout out, and we will do out throughout the program. But we wanted to play this song right here. We don't own the rights to the music, but it's an opportunity to kind of get our show kicked off because we're going to let you know this is what it's all about. We want to offer you an opportunity to find out what's going on. With our title is Relationship Chivalry. Is relationship chivalry dead in modern society? On this talk show, you need to know with Dr. Lorenza D. Smith, and excited to be here before you. So let's play this music. We don't own the rights to it, but we want to play it. I'm going to leave it right there, praising in the middle, no matter what you do. Is relationship chivalry dead in modern day society? We want you to just think about that. If you say yes, tell me why you said that. And we want you to address it through the comment section where we're interactive, or call in. The call-in number again is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location. You can chat with Dr. Lorenza D. Smith on You Need to Know, a podcast, talk, radio, however we want to say it. But we're here to make it do what it do. Really excited about coming before you. This is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. And we're excited because we're interactive. Let's focus on our title. Is relationship chivalry dead in modern society? I think it's important that we take an opportunity to think about what chivalry is related to. Because too many times people really don't look at exactly what it is. So what does relationship chivalry mean? We want to take an opportunity to kind of think about it. We said that it's an opportunity for you to show your kindness, your generosity, and respect for your partner or your mate. That's relationship chivalry. To show your kindness. Are you a kind person? Show your generosity. You have a problem of giving of your time. See, when we talk about generosity, a lot of time people get focusing on how much money do you have. No, you control two things nobody else can control in your life, whether you can attempt to let them. That's time and energy. So your time is involved. So the generosity of your time, chivalry gets you at that point. It allows you to look at it in a manner that, okay, you know, I understand what it is. I understand what it requires me to do. It requires me to put an effort in, focus on being successful in my relationship. So as we move forward, we have to kind of really look at what chivalry is before we can declare it's dead. It might be on a sense of resuscitation, but is it dead? And that's the question we're asking you. Is relationship chivalry dead in modern society? We just gave you an example of what you should see as relationship chivalry: being kind, generous, authentic, respectful, courteous, willing to work with your mate, making sure everything is successful. What are you really willing to give to make sure the relationship is successful? See, also, when we're talking about in our modern day time, it is based on your core values. Now, what are your core values? See, we start out with respect. The core value of respect, courtesy, consideration. Say that again. It's dealing with your core values: respect, courtesy, and considerations of individual are still relevant. We have to keep in mind it's not just all about one gender practicing this. Both genders have to practice being more equal mates, because this is the ideal of chivalry, because it has evolved, it has changed, it has grown. It looks something different than it was during the traditional times of life. See, we focus chivalry on the time when you had the knights, the king, the castle, the things that the knights and kings and individuals in the castle was doing for the damsel or doing for the women within their environment required you to have high standards and focus on kindness, generosity, and respect. See, having those values, the value to understand, and which is your core values, understand what respect is. See, you can't give respect if you don't understand what respect is. See, you have to know what respect is and what respect does, for you can move forth and say, my core value is respect. You also have to know what courtesy is. How courteous are you? Are you willing to do things to help individuals? How courteous are you? Are you considering doing things that you know that are relevant to the success of the relationship? It requires you to focus on a mateship. If it requires you to focus on a marriage, it requires on you two people putting themselves in a position to be successful. As we look at chivalry in modern society, see, chivalry in modern society is a choice. See, it is not limited to gender roles, and it can be applied to anyone. See, that's the problem. The reason I think a lot of individuals think chivalry is dead because We're thinking and focusing on the traditional way where the man made sure he was a provider and a protector. There are still men out there providers and protectors. I know we're in an age where individuals, the rights and the equal rights we all have, some situation where more doors are opened up for women, that they're in more leadership role, but we still believe the little things that we identify as chivalry is not dead. It might not be happening as much as you expect it to, but it does happen. So we have to understand there's a code. And that code of chivalry emphasizes the following values. We mentioned up there when we was talking about the value of respect, courtesy, a value of bravery, a value of generosity, a value of having a skill to protect, the value of having courtesy toward women. So if we're going to say chivalry is dead, it's a phrase that's often used to express a perceived lack of good manners. So if you say chivalry is dead, you lack good manners. And you use it to protect your ability to do the things that are kind, generous, respectful, courtesy, just being able to stand up and do what you're supposed to do and know what is right. See, good manners is important. When you lack good manners, you're going to lack a few other things. You're going to lack the ability to get along with people. See, relationships and its relationship chivalry is all about getting along with your mate, your spouse. Being able to spend the time and do the right things to make the relationship successful. You may ask yourself how important it is. It is very important. See, we understand when we talk about high standards. See, chivalry is all about high standards. So when I have a conversation and had a caller that called in the other night when we was talking about that, and they, in modern time, this individual see it as being dead, that tells me this person lacks the standards. High standards in a relationship. It's no way to parse the words there. You have to be in good standing. Or are you of high standard? Do you understand kindness, generosity, respect? See, a standard different, and see, this is what we have to kind of focus on. A standard different from what a me first world expect from you. See, we're in a time what we call me first. Me first. Others doesn't matter. It's amazing how we require individuals a particular gender, men, to have empathy. But we're in a world where you said me first. We're in a me first world. So how are you going to expect the individual to give you something when you already took your step over to where you're focusing on yourself? See, chivalry, when understood as a demonstration, again, of respect, kindness, consideration towards your partner. And it can be significant for a healthy relationship. And we are grasping and working hard for a healthy relationship. So let's talk about it being said by many as being dead. As we focus on our information, we need to kind of look at why it's not dead. Let's talk about why it's not dead. Let me give a shout out to our first sponsor. It's good to have this team with us. I want to thank this group for supporting what we're doing. See, God is so good to bless us with Mary Ruth's Restaurant of Georgiana, Alabama.
Looking for home cooked food in a family-friendly environment? Well, no further than Mary Ruth's. Mary Ruth's Restaurant, located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home cooked breakfast. All the fixings, you name it, they've got it. And not just home breakfast. Home cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Mary Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetable meal. And meat and 3. Also, home cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much more. Seafood lunch. Mary Ruth's Restaurant has seafood Fridays, barbecue Saturdays, and it's all cut fresh and made from scratch, including the desserts and so much more. Eating good. 261 West State Highway 106 in Georgiana. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Call today, 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home cooked meals, family-friendly environment, great food. Who can ask for more at a restaurant? Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 until 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home cooked food with a family-friendly environment. Come on, from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Let's check out Mary Ruth Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama, located at 261 State Highway 106 West. The co-owners there is Marvin Smith and Katrina Roper Smith, both part of the Blue and White family. Brother Marvin is a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. Sorry, Pastor Katrina Roper Smith is a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So they're working to make sure they provide the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. So check them out in Georgiana, Alabama. If you want to give them a call in advance, to make sure you're traveling the right direction, and the number is 334-549-0950. Go to Facebook, type in Marvin Smith, become a friend. Katrina Roper Smith, which are separate accounts, become a friend. Let them know what you're requesting, and they can see how they can provide the help for you, so you can connect with them at Mary Ruth's Restaurant. As we move forward, we want to look at now truly about some things that tells you that chivalry in modern society is not dead. Because we have to understand any part of it that's existing allows it to stay alive. See, it is not completely dead, but it has changed over time. And some say it should be reconsidered. But I'm going to share with you the origin, even through modern examples, some criticism, and the relevance of what we're talking about. It's important. Chivalry. We need to understand where it come from, how it started out. We always focus on traditional. We say traditional. So we're going to put this in a nutshell. Traditional is a code of chivalry. It originated in the Middle Ages. It's a code of honor that was for knights, promoting virtues like bravery, loyal, and generosity. I said that previously. Now, some examples in modern time, which is today, chivalry is often associated with behaviors like a man holding the door open for a woman, walking a woman to her car door or to the door, sliding the chair back to make sure they sit down. Then you sit down. Then also When the order is taken, you allow her to lead, making our order first. Then you follow. These are the process that you in modern times are already happening. But we try to minimize it because we're in a stage where everybody in a modern time, there's a femininity into play. Feminism is in play. So you also have where they're equal in the eyes, men and women are equal in the eyes because of some growth in the modern time. But the truth of the matter, even individuals in modern time, women still would like to have chivalry still in existence. I see too many that accept the door being open. I even have one when you attempt to open the door and they're not even going through it. They say, well, thank you for opening the door for me, but I'm not going that way. So you can't say it's dead. You can say it's dead because you don't want to put the work in to do it because it requires work. So we find criticism. See, some say chivalry is problematic because it's rooted in sexism. See, it's amazing we slang these words around. Simply open the door is sexism. Simply being kind is sexism. No one said a woman couldn't open the door if they choose to do that. But we want to put just broad brush things that's sexism because you simply open the door. Because you're kind. That tells me that it's not dead because kindness is something that we're required and have to do. You say, I don't have to do anything. But I'm going to tell you one thing. God blessed us to know that we should be kind to one another. It's not a strip on it. It's not a book on it. It's nothing. But you just have to have it in your heart. See, you have a dark heart if you can't show your mankind or womankind kindness, generosity, and respect. Do not think everybody deserves generosity. Do you not think everybody deserves a respect? Do you not think everybody needs to have courtesy? Do you think that everybody should be mistreated just because we're in a time when you say we're equal? Ask yourself. What is your thoughts? How do you see it? Because it's important that we look at it. We want to criticize it because we have allowed in this time but we encourage men to do things women shouldn't have to do. We'll encourage them to do things. We need to teach our boys that. We need it. Because we're in a time of being a transactional era, everything's a transaction. So doing something kind, generous, courteous, respectful, you treat it as a transaction. If that's the world you want to live in, that's fine. But it don't matter how much you want to live in that world, whether transactional is your way of world. Yes, it's transactional, but transaction is giving your time. Transactional is giving your effort. Transactional is putting the work in. It puts work in to be kind. It requires you to put work in to be generous, courteous, respectful. Are you saying we don't need that anymore? It's all right to be disrespectful. It's all right not to be kind. You have a problem with giving, with generosity, courtesy, just respecting the people or showing them courtesy. Is that a problem? You're going to make that a transaction. But relationship chivalry refuse to allow you to do that. It still requires you to be those things so you can be healthy or be the best version of yourself. What do you want to be? Ask yourself, what do you want to be? Give a shout out to Soap Gems from Jackson and Grace. Excited to have this young lady a part of our team, and I call it a team because these individuals work with us to make sure we get the word out. Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace.
Some of the best soap and perfume scent in South Central Alabama. Contact Soap Gel by Jackson and Grace. The owner is Miss Jennifer Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344 or go to Facebook. Type in Jennifer 1N Jackson or Charlie Danger. There's several items like bombshells, has some lifetime, lucky lovers, straight savage, manpower, good motion, and calming lavender sea salt. So please check her out. Again, that number is 251-369-1344. So Jim by Jackson and Grace.
My, get off the ground. Give me what you got. Happy Friday to you. I want you to have a fabulous Friday and an awesome weekend. But today we're talking about is relationship chivalry dead in modern society. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We have listeners and watchers in 45 countries on 6 continents. But we appreciate the ones that are joining us. Tell a friend, purchase a badge, purchase a star, purchase a coronation, purchase a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the Smithway Enterprises. Help monetize what you're doing. Sow a seed of $1 by sending it to Cash App, $LORENZA, D as in David, SMITH, or to Bitcoin. That's Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Along with, we have PayPal, which is the same as Bitcoin, Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. As we talk about our title is Relationship Chivalry Dead in Modern Society, we're going to kind of look at the relevance of it being in existence. It's important. It has nothing to do with we're going to go back to the traditional time of what it is. It's simple that we have to keep in mind. See, chivalry is an underlying moral part of you. The morals of you falls with chivalry. That underlying part of you. See, it lies inside of you. See, treating people with respect should be coming from your inner self. Treating people with respect. See, that's why it's relevant. It's relevant to understand that chivalry, in regard to relationship, chivalry is not dead. Because if you say it dead, that means you have no respect for people. You may see it in the form and say it was dead in the form during the Middle Ages and medieval times, in the 40s and the 30s and in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, to the 90s, 2000, you may say it's dead because you might not been around during that time. But ask your family members, is it really dead? It may not have been called that, but it is treating people with respect. It's regardless what time you're in. Treating people with courteous, treating your people with generosity, treating your people with love. These are the kind of things that comes in when you're talking about chivalry. So it's so relevant to us being successful today. We cannot say respect is not important. If you're not respecting others, you're not going to go far in life, no matter what you attempt to do. You must be able to respect yourself first and then respect others. That's chivalry. Since people have different opinions, when they say that chivalry is not dead, some people say chivalry is still very much around, and the proponents of each of such argument cite that there are still men who hold the door open for someone. There are boys that's holding the door open for someone. I have seen this and experienced it. Boys of the ages of 9, 10, 11 years old holding the door, even though they're with their family. Their family go through, then if you come behind them, you're just waiting as a man or a woman. They say, sir, ma'am, come on. See, chivalry will never die if we have still taught 10, 8, 9 years old, 5 years old to do this. It's not a point where we need to cut it off. We got to continue to push forth. We have to make sure the proponents of this is still in existence, making sure that men hold the door for someone. Men, when you're on a date, open the door to the car. Men walking as the one that's on the outside to provide the sense of a protection for the people you love. See, you have to step up and be responsible. Teach your boys, and I'm challenging you if you have boys, to still hold the door for you as a mother. Hold the door as you as a sister. Hold the door for you, because you'll begin to still work with the components of chivalry. See, some people believe chivalry died a long time ago. But I just gave you examples of things that are going on today, saying it's not dying. It's not dead. It didn't die. It died because you, in your mind, because you're in modern times, you got a traditional. If I do something for somebody else, they got to do it for me. Life is, in the eyes of our Lord and Savior, it's not all about that. So we'll reap what we sow. We have to be righteous now. See, modern relationship that thrive through our cell phones made it easy for men to hide and put it on the women to pick up the slack. See, this is something that turned women off. Also turned women being the new face of chivalry. We got to step up. I'm challenging you. As a man, you got to step up. Don't be so transactional that you believe that chivalry is dead in our modern times. It's here. We still want it here, because simply the three things that we have mentioned that identify with chivalry, you don't want it ever to go away. Kindness, you don't want it to go away. Generosity, You don't want it to go. No matter how much the times change, you still want people to be kind because you should be kind yourself. You want people to be generous because you should be generous as well. You want people to be respectful because you're respectful. Those three things are the key. Then being courteous to people because you want them to be courteous to you. If we're living in a world, heading to a world that we don't need those things, then this world will not survive. Give a shout out to Gabriel.Learns. Is that Lawrence? Thank you so much. I'm not saying it right, but I'm gonna say is it Lorenza? 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 Ka. I'm working on it. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for being here. Truly, you can text me to get me where I make sure I say it right when you're popping up. Thank you so much. We cannot hide. Men, we have to step up. No matter what background you come from. We're not going to blame it on not having a large percentage of our home, 80% of our home, not having males there. Mothers can show kindness to their children because children react to the way you act. Parents are generous with their children. They give them just about everything they want. So they see generosity. Parents are respectful. If not, you need to make sure you work on it. Because I've seen some things on these various networks with children 5 years old using some words that really shouldn't be appropriate for them to use. And you as a parent should allow it. Because that's part of kindness. That's part of generosity. That's part of courtesy. That's part of respect. It's part of values. We need to focus on what our values are. Whether we got a new phase of chivalry when women are taking a hold and running with some of the things. I have seen some cases where these people on various shows and throughout where, yes, it's traditions. Sometimes traditions are good. You can't eliminate everything where we have to understand as gender, we control things in life that we deal with every day. Man control who he want to marry. Woman don't control. Woman control who they want to be intimate with. They control that. They control where the baby's born. So when you have that situation where a woman asks a man to marry her, that most men are not going to accept that. No matter how we train our boys, we should train our boys the right way. Train the way it should be. You said it might not be the right. It's modern time. That don't make it right because it's modern time. You can make the same adjustment. And we have to make sure we focus on that. We have to focus on what's right. See, a relationship should value equal engagement. True. Both individuals should put 100% in. There's no argument about that. No argument about that. See, when both parents or both partners or both mates, both spouse actually want to put in work for each other, and we go back, put in the work in. Both of you, it's 100% and 100%. It is not 50-50. Because I asked you what you're going to do with the other 50. To me, you already set an escape a door because you want to keep all part over here. So when you don't feel like things gonna work out, don't go into a relationship. It's your choice. And when you already feel like it's not gonna work out, don't waste your time and the other person's time as well. So when we're talking about chivalry, see, when you're doing things significantly for others, and you don't feel like it's a burden, then you can be in a relationship. But if you're doing things for your significant other and you feel like it's a burden, then maybe you should consider whether you want to be in a relationship. Consider whether you want to be in a relationship. Because see, want and need is different. You know you don't need to be in one, but you need to consider whether you want to. Give a shout out to our next sponsor. We'll get to L&T Stallworth. Mr. Stallworth, we want to thank him for supporting what we're doing. I'm so excited that he had time to bless us, support what we're doing. That's L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, the best manicure expert in South Central Alabama. It's working its way through.
That's right, hard work. Check out Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. For further information, call Tony Stallworth at 334-300-7401. Again, that's 334-300-7401. Check out Anthony Stallworth. Anthony, and you can connect with you. So we look forward to making you do what it do. Here we go. We're going to play the rock. It's all they say.
L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. It's all about hard work. My, Mr. Tony Stallworth, you can give him a call at 334-300-7401. That's L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. The best, I'm going to put it in, the best manicure expert in South Central Alabama. Go to Facebook, type in Anthony Stallworth, and populate his information, DM Anthony, and you can communicate with him about in South Central Alabama how you can be served by his business. Let's move forth and look at some things that I want to share with you why it's so important today, as we was talking about the relevance of chivalry. See, chivalry in today's relationship means actively listening to your partner. You say it's dead, it's not dead. You see how chivalry, that's having a respect for your partner, being kind to listen to them, being courteous to that person. That's what that's saying. Value their opinion. If you respect them, you value their opinion because they're in a relationship with you. It's two people in a relationship. You want the same thing. So that's chivalry. Never pressure them into anything they are uncomfortable with. Are you pressuring your spouse, your significant other, your date partner? That's not chivalry. That's not chivalry. Don't pressure them. Allow them to make the decision. If you're comfortable with them, let them make the decision. Don't pressure them to do the decision. See, it's amazing how some people want people to agree with everything they have to say, or they need to be right. So they pressure their partner, their mate, their significant other, their spouse into agreeing to everything there. I think that's more sense for control. That's not what you need to be in. That ain't the relationship you need to be in. Not say you want to be in, you need to be in. So chivalry is still in existence. Not allowing yourself to be pressured so it's uncomfortable. See, by doing these things I just mentioned, like listening to your partner, valuing their opinion, never pressuring them into anything they're uncomfortable with. By doing that, you create a safe and a nurturing environment. You create a safe and nurturing environment that fosters trust. See, when you allow active listening in your relationship, value their opinion, your mate, your partner, your significant other, your spouse. Never pressure them. Look what it creates: trust. I can trust you because you listen to what I have to say. You value what I'm saying. And you ain't put no pressure on me to do what you want me to do. Besides trust, it also allows emotional intimacy. It's sexual intimacy. Emotional intimacy. See, amazing. We hear it there. Well, in certain gentlemen, for example, lack emotions. But I can guarantee you, if you begin to listen to your partner, actively listen to them, take the time to do the right things, meaning value their opinion, never pressuring them. Look what it creates: a safe and nurturing environment that fosters trust and emotional intimacy. So when you hear individuals say that being where you're having a genuine discussion about men like emotion, emotion is through chivalry. See, it's time to put it all together. It's time for us to understand exactly what's included. It is not the medieval, it is not the Middle Ages chivalry. It is a modern day chivalry, and it's not dead. I'm gonna give you some examples why it's not dead. If you're not experiencing this in your life, you probably need to check and see if you're just in a transactional situation. Y'all doing it for transactional purpose. Open the door. No one never opened the door for you. Where is your partner, your mate, your significant other, your spouse? Transaction. Because they want you to open it up. They think will be owing them something by doing that. Next thing is saving the last bite of food. Instead of coming and eating all the food, you're making sure your spouse, your partner, and instead they cooked it so I left you something, to eat in there, but you said, well, I'm not going to eat because I want to make sure they have something. They have something. Making sure that, your spouse, your significant other, your partner, your spouse, your individual that's your mate, have gas in the car. Certain time, fill it up every now and then. See, if you do this, chivalry is still alive. Men, if you do this, chivalry is still alive. See, the problem with most people is that, you are into a me first world mentality. See, you expect others to do stuff for you, but you won't do anything for anybody else. Yes, it said me first. That means you have to do it for me. I don't have to do it for you. Remembering something significant, a birthday, an anniversary. Family member birthday, family member anniversary. Remembering things like that. That's important to a relationship. A relationship with chivalry. Sending flowers. You have a problem sending flowers? Or they don't like flowers. So what do you like? Ask them, what do you like? I want to send you something. I want to drop something off. I want to come by your office. I want to drop things. So I want my the significant other. I want my spouse. I want my mate. I want my partner to be able to trust me and have an emotional, intimate moment with me. Making sacrifice on a regular basis. You have a problem doing that? Then you are in the transactional world. You're in the modern world. Expressing respect and trust. See, if you're not doing that, then you don't need to be in a relationship. You're not going to be successful in a relationship. All of these things are so important if we want the success in keeping chivalry in existence. Put any name you want to on it. It's fine. It's fine. Put any name you want to. But if you're doing any of those things, showing things like being humble, being generous, being noble, being faithful, being or showing courage, or grateful, that's chivalry. Those are examples of chivalry. Having respect for communication, honesty. Lord, it's not dead. Just think about it. It's not dead. These things I'm sharing with you. Do you do that? Do you take the initiative? Are you a good listener? Do you give compliments? These are the things that's part of chivalry. So it tells you it's not dead. Are you emotional support? Are you someone's emotional support? Chivalry. It's not dead. So as we get ready to move forth and see how it is done in the modern time, meaning why it's not dead, we want to give a shout out to our next sponsor. We have Lena Payton Webb. Thank you so much, Dr. Webb, for taking time and supporting what we're doing. Blue Impression Publishing.
To share your inspiring story with the world, look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, veteran-owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive impact through their publications. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publishing company for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about your services and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC. You can give her a call at 833-951-2665 or go to Facebook, type in Lena Payton Webb. Say Dr. Webb, but it's Lena Payton Webb. Go to the group section on Facebook. Through her page, you can pull up Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC. Thank you so much, Dr. Webb, for supporting what we're doing. She's the 2024 presidential, one of them, Lifetime Achievement Award winner. So truly, congratulations, Doc. Thank you for your support. Doing the things you're doing, we want to thank you for it. As we look at discussing why chivalry is not dead, we're going to give you a little different look at it. And that look is that it, as we say, is not dead because it's been adopted by women. Women are now the leader of chivalry because of the various movements that occurred in modern times. But as we look at chivalry, we want to make sure we focus on how it has been always identified with the dynamic of a heterosexual relationship. See, datings have shifted relationships now because they have adapted to the modern day feminism in the social media movement. See, the social media plays a major role. That's why we're excited to be WBSW Radio, number one internet station, because we have listeners in 45 countries and on 6 continents. And we use different social media sites to broadcast live to you. So we bring everybody together in one place. So that's why we know that the movement is a strong movement. But we also have to remember that even though it's a movement, it's not something that we have to pressure people to do. See, we don't need to be always trying to force people to, or all encourage people to be dating online. We can still use the old dynamics or the traditional dynamics, so we can. We got to understand that relationship, men and women are approaching them differently now. But that doesn't mean they don't have chivalry. That don't mean they're not kind. Doesn't mean they don't have generosity. Doesn't mean they're not courteous. Doesn't mean they're not respectful. Doesn't mean that they have high standards. Doesn't mean they don't have a core value that allow them to be the best version of themselves. Truly, we have to understand all this come into play. Whether we want to believe that times have changed and the various movement has occurred, is putting it to the point that when we approach potential relationship, we can't use the movement for doing what's right. We can't use what the movement is today, or social media, femininity, or whatever it may be, to say we don't have to do what's right. We have to make sure we focus on what is your values. What are your values? You should know, do you have a higher standard for yourself? Do you have a high standard for yourself? Do you take time to be kind? Do you take time to be courteous? Do you take time to be respectful? Are you generous? Are you a good listener? Are you humble? These are some of the things that we need to consider that relates to chivalry, regardless where it's coming from. It's there. We can't cop out and say because we're in modern day time and we're gonna be lazy. We're not gonna be lazy. We're gonna keep doing the things that need to be doing, because I see it happen in 2024. I just see it every day. Doors are being held. Guys are actually not the first one jumping out of the car. They're making sure the person, they may jump out of the car, but they're making sure their mate, their partner, their spouse is also taken care of. This is happening. As much as you don't want to believe it, it's happening. And if you're experiencing, thumb it up. Send me a thumb up. Send me a like. Let me know that, yes, this is still happening. It's happening for me. It's enough, and you're going to show me that it's still enough for us to say that chivalry is not dead. It's taking a new form, but it's not dead. That's where we are. And finally, we want to give a shout out to our next sponsor. This is TriStat LLC. TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott. I want to thank Mr. Scott for his support. Thank him for what he's doing with his consulting firm. It's the consulting firm that meets the needs that you have. So I want to truly thank him for just taking time to say, I want to be a part of this. Taking time to say, I can help. I'm so glad that he's doing that. As I talk to you, I want to make sure I hook him up. You hear what I say? I want to make sure I hook him up. I want to get him hooked up. Truly thank Mr. Scott for what he's doing and thank him for taking time. Let me give a shout out to a few individuals that joined us. We have Patrick, thank you so much. We got Bo High for Victoria, thank you so much. Richard, thank you. We have 25 joining us. Bale joining us, thank you, Bale. And Alexander joining us. We have Demi, thank you so much, beautiful. We have Gift, thank you so much. Marco, thank you for joining us. Stroll down and see a couple others I want to see on Soap. It's Soap Heinous Work, thank you so much. Those individuals joining us, as well as we got 111 joining us. We'll say hi to Marcy. Thank you, Marcy. Pamela Thompson, thank you. J.E. Bullock, thank you. Hustle with Russell, thank you so much. Lavert Williams, thank you. Queen, thank you so much. Marcy, Center Rose, thank you, Marcy, so much for purchasing the rose. Thank you for sending the rose. Again, we said Lavert. We got some of them kind of repeat. Thank you so much. We said, like Marcy said, my father opened the door for me at all times. My husband also caught me by being chivalrous. Thank you so much. That is awesome. We have Sister. Thank you. A user, 2 user. We have Cookie 66. We also have Danny Bishop. We have Probe 634. We have Queen Girl. Thank you so much. DT. Panda Bear. Unknown Dot Typer. Big Daddy. We have Auburn. Bernard Williams. Thank you so much. Ernest. Thank you. This is Diva Lush Blue. Diva Blue. I'm going to give a shout out to you. Thank you. That's Donna. Thank you so much, Donna. Zach. Raymond. I'm going to say Ayes. Thank you so much. Number 8. Sala. Cecilia. Wallace. Thank you so much. Wendy Yvette Smith. Say hello. Thank you, Wendy, so much for joining us. Thank you for the many likes. Thank you so much. Wendy's memorization of Barbados Rewarding Corey and my biological youngest sister. Thank you so much, Wendy, for supporting Big Bro, what he's doing now. We have Ari Foster, Anthony Hill, motivational queen. As we move forward, we want to get ready to close out, but I want to give a shout out to TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott. Our pickup is a little slow today. Thank you so much for supporting. It'll come in here in a minute. This is WVSW Radio, #1 internet station. I am Dr. Loretta D. Smith. We have listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 6 continents, including each and every one of you all on each one of the social media sites. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of it. As it slowly come in, today our internet is kind of a little slow today, but that's what it's all about. You just have to deal with it. As I said, shout out to Motivational Queen, CL. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's CL. We also have Evina. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, I want to give a shout out to Marcy for purchasing the flower. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you. This is Wasam. Thank you so much for joining. Amara, thank you so much. Amara, thank you. Amara is so sweet. Thank you so much. Chile 69. Nadine. Live for you 9. I see it. We're just having a little challenge with making sure our connection come in here. We'll see if we can get it to come in. We'll give it a chance, like we'll give it a little kickback there, but we're going to keep giving a shout out until it come in. We have 119 Cassie. We got Heal, Clara. Thank you so much. Denise. Thank you, Denise Buckhall. Thank you so much. Jennifer Lynn. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Dr. Cliff. Thank you for joining us. We also have Tony, Willie, Otis. Thank you so much. Stacy E. We're going to have Gag, Nida, Weird, 8. Thank you so much. We also have Kabulo. Thank you so Brenda. Thank you. Cabot _ the _ goat. Wizzy. Thank you so much for joining us. Alexis. Thank you so much for joining us. We also have Dennis taking time. Alex. Thank you so much for joining us. Willie. Thank you so much. That's Primo. Thank you so much for joining. Salute. Thank you so much. Mark. Thank you. Rose. Thank you. Angie. Thank you. Herbert. Wordily. Gel -O. Jello. Thank you. Debbie. Say hi to a user. Thank you so much. Delon. Thank you so much. Brian. Thank you. Lisa Jackson. Deborah Parson. User. Darren D. Marlon S. Jay Johnson. We have Bathsheba. Thank you. It's an Al F. Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us. Each of those individuals joining us, we still kind of have a challenge with that coming in, but that's all right. As we get ready to close out, I want to share with you. It says, chivalry is dead. Some say truly is not dead. It has become a common sentiment now among the modern women. See what they have done? They said we both should appreciate, because it's necessary to have a level play in the field. There was a lot of the people said allow women to put their own desires, which I don't think ever we wanted to not allow individuals, women to have their desires put into play. What we want to do is make sure we cultivate the connection. One shouldn't be leading the other one in essence, but someone has to lead. Please understand that someone has to lead. It's who you choose to allow to do it. But when we talk about chivalry, for many women, see, they're growing tired of having to make up for men's lack of passion. See, it's easy to say they lack passion, but did we teach them as boys? See, we got to accept the responsibility. It's easy to throw the punch later in life, but our goal is to make sure we make our boys, or put our boys in a position as impactful men. They will understand whatever they lack, they're going to work on it to be the best version of themselves. So when we're talking about in our period of a progressive feminism, we have to realize that as we see each other at equal pursuit and equal partnership, I prefer mateship, we have to know that it is not transactional, and it shouldn't be dominated by transactional, meaning that you're going everything, someone got to pay for it in some form or some way. We still need to have a unique space to believe that people can be kind, can be generous, can be respectful, can be courteous. People have high standards. They understand their core values of respect, of kindness, of generosity. So you're able to give that and put yourself in the right place at the right time. to make sure it is not dead. Yes, it's become the sentiment of a lot of women because they're doing some things, but men do understand it does require you to still be there to open the door. If you don't accept them open the door, that's okay. We're not going to fuss and fight, but I still have a right to open it. Open it if you go in or not, I'll go in it. But supporting you is what I will do. We want to be the ones that are full of relationship. So it's not dead. Just to leave a couple things with you, when I say they are really important to remember. We have to remember that in a relationship, there are some traits that you should be looking for. You'll know whether chivalry is dead. In a relationship that has chivalry, including various traits, respectful behavior. Now, if we want to say we want to be so modern down here, as I said earlier, where we're going to be modern down here that we don't have to have respect for each other. Because chivalry is not in the form. Respect is respect. Respectful behavior is the traits of chivalry. Kindness is a trait of chivalry. Generosity, a trait of chivalry. Protecting your partner or mate, it's a trait of chivalry. Putting their needs first. What is that? Is that empathy? Come on now. Being attentive to your partner's mate feeling. Offering thoughtful gestures. Supporting. Encouraging. Upholding those high standards of conduct. Making sure. You telling me you would rather operate in such a world where you say everything's so equal, but I don't want these things in my relationship? I don't want these things in my life. Yes, you do want those things, because to have a healthy relationship, you have to have respect and show respectful behavior. You have to be kind, show kind behavior. Generosity, protect your partner, whether you're male or female. Putting their needs first, male or female. Being attentive to their needs, their feelings, or their emotion. Offering thoughtful gestures. Upholding the high standards of conduct. And demonstrating courtesy every day. All your actions should include being courteous to your partner, courteous to people. It is so essential that I want you to remember this about chivalry. If you say it's dead, it's fine. But I'm giving you reason why and things that happen should happen in a relationship that shows chivalry where it's not dead. See, treating your partner with care. Just remember that. Treat your partner with care. Treat them the way you want to be treated yourself. Treat your partner with consideration. It's similar to the historical code of chivalry, where the knights was expected to be brave and honorable toward their women. You can get in and say sexism, feminism, all these things. But we're going to teach our boys to follow the high standard code and demonstrate courtesy every day through their actions. We're going to teach them with kindness. We're going to teach them generosity. We're going to teach them to protect the people they love. And putting your mates and your partner needs first. Being attentive to their feelings. Offering thoughtful gestures. Making sure you show that you care. showing that you are trustworthy, showing that you're respectful. That's chivalry, and it's not dead. I want to thank each and every one of you all for joining. God has blessed us one more time to come before you. See, we really excited because WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, we have listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 6 continents. We thank you, Marcy. Thank you so much for purchasing flour. Thank you so much. If you didn't purchase a flower, you can purchase a flower, a star, send some confetti up, uh, hit the bullseye, um, purchase a like, purchase whatever you want to do to support what we're doing. Thank you so much for being here because we want to be the number one. We will be the number one. We will continue to be the number one internet station. We will continue. That's WBSW Radio. So excited. I'm Dr. Lawrence D. Smith. We're going to make it do what it do. Have a great weekend. As we get ready to close out, we want to play our last promo. This is from the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. We ask you to support them in what they're doing. They got several events coming up, especially if you're in South Central Alabama. They have 2 projects. Falls under Operation Blue Hope. This is bringing hope back to our communities. One of them is providing Thanksgiving dinners with no charge for those individuals in South Central Alabama. It'll be in Georgiana, Alabama. It will be on November the 16th at 3 o'clock p.m. Check them out, the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity. They will be posted. They'll be posted on my page. I'll be posting on their page. We're going to make sure the word is out. The flyer is available. We'll put it out. You can check it out on each one of these networks. And if you're in the area, come and get Thanksgiving dinner on behalf of the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. And also, in the organization, we thank them so much. It's the center that is hosting this. Thank you so much. We want to truly make sure we're going to get the name so we can make sure we give a shout out to each and every one of those individuals that are playing a part of it. See, God has blessed us to do what we're doing. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep bringing it to you. This is our 7th year at WVSW Radio, number one internet station. We want to let you know that we truly, truly love you all from our heart. We ask you to continue to support us by sowing a seed of $1, purchasing a flower, purchasing a star, purchasing a like, just supporting what we're doing. Thank you so much. Because if you like the content, let us know you like it. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. 7 years we've been at it. We're going to continue as long as God bless us to do this. So have an awesome rest of the day and the weekend. We'll be back on Monday talking real to you prime time. And we're going to focus on the political aspects on Monday. We're going to talk about some things that related to this election coming up. We're going to allow individuals to share their point of view. Not allow, but we will give them an opportunity to share their point of view, regardless of what side of the aisle they're on. We're going to focus on the Electoral College and the popular vote. We're going to talk about that. These are the things we're going to focus on Monday. And the time for that is 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Talking Real to You prime time. As I said, we love you from our heart. Hashtag responsible. Be responsible this weekend. If you're checking out some sports, put your meat in the seat, whether it's in the stadium or at home. But be safe and be blessed. This is an advertisement by the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I'm see, can I get it to pop up because it's been going out and it's not allowing me the opportunity to play that. Look like we still have this challenge coming on with it. But we truly want to give the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated a shout out for supporting what we're doing, partners with us on a lot of our programs, a lot of our format. Thank you so much, especially when we're dealing with Dr. Lowe's neighborhood. We're talking about supporting boys, building and developing boys to be impactful men. Listen to it. Give a shout out to those brothers of 580 Signature Attorney Incorporated. Want to connect with them? You can just send an email to me, Lorenzo D. Smith 15, Lorenzo D. Smith 15 gmail.com, or you can give them a call, or you can text the front office here. And if you want to share something with those brothers, we'll make sure they get the word, or you can just email them at zeta5sigmagreenville@gmail.com. Have an awesome rest of the evening. I just truly thank you all for taking time to be here and just supporting what we're doing. God is so good. And as we get ready to close out, we're just trying to find something that put us where we can close this thing out, and we'll be here, because this is something I saw. I want to be, we don't want to rush the news, but play it. If you're in your feelings and you believe that chivalry is dead, it's fine. We're going to allow you to hit this mute and hope you realize that the things that are happening, it may not be at a large scale, but even a small scale needs to be recognized. And tell that individual that's a part of your life that makes up your relationship, or your two mason partner, or your partners and mates are in, partners, mates and in, that you tell them thank you. Thank you. That's what you have to tell them. Thank you. Because, see, you have to pick up your feelings, because sometimes they'll be down. See if we can get it to play. Come on, we've been struggling today. Like we're having some challenges. There we go. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Talking Real to You Prime Time. Be safe, be blessed, and I want to let you know I love you all, and ain't a thing you can do about it.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.